Internal structure of Earth. Earth, the only habitable planet in our solar system. A ball of rock covered 2 by 3rd part of water. Lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and atmosphere forms the Earth's outer zone. But interior of Earth is not easy to observe. It gets hotter with depth inside the Earth. The deepest borehole a human has ever made is 12,289 meters deep in Qatar 2008. This is very less compared to the average radius of the Earth, that is 6378.1 km. Radius is little more at equator than poles. As direct observation is not possible, indirect observations for the study of internal structure of Earth has been carried out. Study of volcanic products has its own drawbacks due to the complex chemical mixing of magma, molten rock with host rocks. The study now is done by studying the propagation of seismic waves, earthquake waves through the Earth. Earthquakes generate different types of waves, two of which are important for indirect study of Earth's internal structure: primary wave P wave and secondary wave S wave. The velocity of these waves differ even in the same medium, and the velocity of the waves depends on density of the metal they pass through. The study of the nature of P and S waves passing through the Earth showed that the Earth is not uniform in size. Internal structure of Earth. It was not until the turn of the 20th century that scientists determined that our planet is made up of three main layers: crust, mantle, and core. This layer structure can be compared to that of a boiled egg. Density, mass by volume, temperature, and pressure increase with depth in the Earth. Crust, uppermost solid shell of the Earth, rigid and very thin compared with other two layers. The thickness of crust varies in oceans and continents. Under the oceans, 5 to 6 km. Under the continents, 30 to 35 km. Under the mountains, 60 to 70 km. Average thickness of the crust, 35 km. Silica, SiO2, and alumina, Al2O3 are the most dominant components of the crust. Solid aggregate that make up the crust is termed rock. Scientists believe that below the lithosphere is a relatively narrow 250 to 350 km mobile zone in the mantle called the asthenosphere, from asthenes, Greek for weak. This zone is composed of hot, semi-solid metal which can soften and flow after being subjected to a high temperature and pressure over a geologic time. The rigid lithosphere is thought to float or move about one on the slowly flowing at asthenosphere mantle. The seismic velocity appreciably increases further inside the earth, making the mantle. It is separated from the crust by Mohorovicic discontinuity or Moho. Mantle is also divided as upper mantle and lower mantle. The upper and middle mantle is about 1000 km thick. Origin of magma, triggering of earthquake, tectonics takes place in this upper and transition zone mantle. The mantle, which contains more iron, magnesium, and calcium than the crust, is hotter and denser because temperature and pressure inside the earth increase with depth. But very little is known that. But very little is known about the mantle, as all the observations have been of indirect nature, mostly by the behavior of the seismic waves. The lower mantle is more homogeneous and reaches up to 2900 km depth. Core, separated by Gutenberg-Wechsler discontinuity from the mantle, the core reaches the center of Earth. Constitutes 17% of volume and 34% of mass of Earth. As secondary waves, that is S waves, do not pass through the core, indicating the core is liquid. The velocity of primary wave also it decreases from 12.6 to 8.6 km per second. The core is made up of iron and transition elements. Earth's core is actually made up of two distinct parts, or 20 to 100 km thick liquid outer core and a 1250 km thick solid inner core. The density of core varies from 5.5 into 10 to power 3 kg per meter cube to 10.6 into 10 to power 3 kg per meter cube. The temperature is extremely high, that is 6000 degrees Celsius, and the temperature is extremely high, that is 6000 degrees Celsius, and so is the pressure 3 million atmospheres. So this was for today.